I do love me some Final Fantasy, and I would love to own every single version of every single game, but there are some out there. There are extortionate prices, and in today's video, I want to go over what is the rarest Final Fantasy game. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Probably not going to have timestamps in this one because it's just kind of a chill video. We're going to be going through a few things, but if I feel like I need to segment it, then I shall do that. All I ask is for you to support the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to stick around for some more Final Fantasy content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, if you were to ask me this question last year, I would have told you that the rarest game is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. That was until it got a re-release with the Anniversary Edition. This one is the original run, still sealed. I wasn't one of those guys on the internet trying to sell it at an extortionate price, but it was one of the rarest Final Fantasies out there. But now it is not. It has come down in price, and I'm happy about that. But there are some Final Fantasies out there that are pretty high. And I'm going to be using a few resources in today's video. We're going to be using a store here in the UK called CEX for some prices. And we're also going to be looking at the eBay sold listings. So let's switch over to the CEX website. And I've gone straight to the top. I've got it sorted out by high and low. And this is the second page. We'll get to the first page in a minute. But the way CEX works is, well, a lot of people will probably tell you different things about CEX and their pricing. They usually go off eBay listings majority of the time, but they've got such a convoluted system of like if it's boxed and mint, if it's boxed with the manual and it's mint, if it's boxed and it's mint and it's not got the manual, if it's manual is battered, you know, there's all these like tiers. So it's going to be very hard to get an exact price, but if we go over to the sold eBay listings, and maybe we'll get more of an idea. And remember, this is based where I am in the UK. It might be different where you live, wherever that may be in the world. So let me know in the comment section below, what is the rarest Final Fantasy? Is it the same of what I'm going to be going over in today's video? So we can see here that we've got a few things. We've got Final Fantasy X-2 here, the Crystal Edition. Never knew this existed. It comes with a t-shirt, art book and print, and some cards as well as the OST, and that is looking at £60 regardless of the condition of that. But if we go up, you're going to get a kind of feel of what is the rarest games here in the UK. And as we get to the Final Fantasies on the Game Boy Advance, it'll become very clear. But we do have Final Fantasy IX here, Platinum Edition, mint. I do have Final Fantasy IX, Platinum Edition, but I don't think it's as mint as what they would probably ask for here. But £70 if you want it mint. We can see the Pixel Remaster is still high in price, especially on the Switch. I don't know if they've got the PS4 version here. Doesn't look like it. Very interested to see what the price of the original run of the Pixel Remaster would be. But we can see Final Fantasy VI here on the PlayStation, mint. I also own this. It comes with a demo for Final Fantasy X, but I don't think mine's mint. Plus, I'm not going to sell it anyway, but it's £75 if you do want a mint version. We do see here Dissidia Final Fantasy NT Ultimate Collector's Edition with a bust and all the artwork and stuff. Very interested to see when the servers close down here for Dissidia, if the price will go up for the game, because it won't be playable to a certain extent. You'll just be able to do, I don't know how things work when things go offline and if rarity of a game goes up. But that collector's edition, £75. We have the Black Label edition of Final Fantasy IX at £75. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, of which I do have, but I know it's not in mint condition. It's up in the attic, it's probably battered, but £80 for Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. We can see just the cart here of Final Fantasy V Advance, which is £80 if you've got a legitimate version. We've got Final Fantasy VII at £80, Final Fantasy Anthology at £88 mint. I should imagine the price comes right down if it isn't mint. Let's just go on to the other page here, page 3, just to see what we've got. So we've got the PS4 version of the Pixel Remaster. It's down to 58 now, and that was going for eBay for almost like £600, and there was a few that had sold for £500 before they did the re-release. So that has come down dramatically. We've got Dawn of Souls, Final Fantasy Origin. What was it I actually went to go back to have a look for? I can't remember. And I was just talking about, oh, it's Final Fantasy Anthology that isn't mint. I think that was on there actually. It is £35, so like half the price if it isn't mint. So it really depends on condition on some of these things. We've got the World of Final Fantasy Collector's Edition with the figurines and art book, and then Final Fantasy 15 Ultimate Collector's Edition there for £100 regardless of condition. But let's go to the main page here and we're going to scroll down. It seems to be that the Final Fantasies on the Game Boy Advance are the rarest Final Fantasies to get at the moment. moment, especially when it comes to price. Very interested to know if any of you guys have got these complete in box, because Final Fantasy V, just normal condition, is £100, and then mint for an extra £20. We do have Final Fantasy Explorers Collector's Edition over here, which is interesting. Another collector's edition here for Final Fantasy 15. Very interested to see why that is. We got the Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac collector's edition with the busts. I would love to have that because it would just be a nice set piece to have on a bookcase. But if I've got £150, I'm sure I'll probably find it somewhere. But here are the big boys. We have the big boys here. Final Fantasy VI is just behind my head here. I will just move myself just ever so slightly. At £180, the manual unboxed. Also, if we go up just at the top here, we can see Final Fantasy VI at £195. And then the rarest, according to this website, and we'll have a look at the eBay to compare and contrast, is the Final Fantasy VIII limited edition here that we got in the Power region. It comes with a t-shirt. I'll have some footage from a YouTube channel. I'll credit them as well, just to show off what's inside this box. It comes with the shirt. It comes with 6 stickers to put on a memory card. It comes with a memory card to put that on. It also comes with a poster and of course the game. And this is mint condition. I don't think they have a version here if it is slightly battered, so I don't know if they take battered versions. But let's look at Final Fantasy VI on the Game Boy Advance at the moment. I'm looking at sold listings here on eBay, and as you can see, there's a lot of carts. There's a lot of imports as well here. That went down for quite cheap, actually. Do the postage at £70 for Final Fantasy VI, and it looks in pretty decent condition there. The carts seem to go for anywhere between £20 and £30. There's a Final Fantasy VI here that's sold for £149.99. So I guess it fluctuates depending on if you can catch it at the right time. But it does seem to be that the Final Fantasy Advance games, I mean, that looks like a flipping fake there. That looks like a repurposed cart. That's probably reflective in the price there, that white cart there. But they've got the cart only. They're showing the board here to prove that it's legitimate, because that's what you want to look out for Game Boy Advance games, is like if they're not legitimate. But let's go to the big boy here. The limited edition. It was really hard for me to try and find this on eBay, for especially sold listings, but I found a few. There's one here, it's sold for £150, and this looks pretty damn good condition. I think it just has a little crack in the box there, but the poster is mint. And does it not come with the shirt? I don't think it comes with the shirt. So it's not complete, which will probably be reflective in the price there. But we've got one here for $230. Let's have a look at this bad boy, see whether it comes with everything. Looks pretty pristine, this one does, for $230. The shirt is there. And to be fair, you could probably fake the shirt, right? How could you prove that if the shirt is legitimate? And then there's the poster as well. I think this is definitely one I want to get eventually, just to say that I've got it. But I think it's one of those that I'm going to have to catch at the right time. But I would say that the rarest games, here in the UK at least, would be Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VIII in its limited edition box that came out here in the Power region. Again, let me know if you have any rare games out there, and I'm really interested to see how the differences are across the world, if it is the same. So let me know in the comment section below. This has been a random one, but I've always been curious, and this is definitely a game that I want to get. I want to get this Final Fantasy VIII Collector's Edition box somehow, some way, but paying £455 for a mint version of it, I don't know if I can really make any excuses for why that should happen. But I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.